All right, guys, I'm back and welcome to spring. Today is March 1st, and so today officially starts meteorological spring, and it looks like we could be seeing some spring weather for the Ohio Valley here very soon. So before I get into that, I want to remind you about my pro site. If you haven't joined yet, you can join at www.patreon.com/Ohio Valley Weather. And if you join there, you're going to see lots of extra details regarding the weather of the Ohio Valley. So let's get back into this and let's see why I think spring is going to be starting soon for the Ohio Valley. So first of all, let's look at this, the AO or Arctic Oscillation. So this AO is a measure of the pressure over the Arctic Circle. And so you see the dotted line across the middle represents a neutral AO. When it goes above that line, it's positive. When it goes below the line, it is negative. So when the AO is positive, that means that Arctic air, the coldest air, is going to be wrapped tightly up in the Arctic Circle. But when the AO comes negative, like it did back at the beginning of February, this is when we see Arctic air come southward out of the Arctic Circle, which can sometimes mean down into the Ohio Valley. And that is what happened back here at the beginning of February. That's when we had that ice storm right there in the Ohio Valley. So you can see, though, since that time, the AO has been positive, and so the coldest air has been staying well to our north. But you can see now for the last several days that the AO is trending towards negative, and we're expected to see the AO actually go negative within the next few days, possibly here around March 3rd or 4th. After that, you can see the forecast has it all over the place. So really beyond this coming weekend, it's hard to say what's going to happen. So this is a temperature anomaly map, and you can see this is for March the 3rd, and that is right when that AO is expected to slightly go negative, and you can see what's happening. This is corresponding to that same time. It's looking like we will see temperatures drop below normal in the Ohio Valley. We'll be looking at anywhere from, well, normal to somewhere between normal and 10 degrees below normal around the 3rd or 4th, or in other words, Thursday or Friday this week. So those couple of days, it looks like we will see a cool down. And in fact, this is for Friday morning. Friday morning, it's definitely going to feel very wintry as we're going to see temperatures across the Ohio Valley in the mid 20s to maybe up into the low 30s. But mainly, I think most of us are going to see temperatures in the mid 20s Friday morning. Now, let's look at the PNA. The PNA is the Pacific North American Teleconnection, and this measures the temperature differences between the western United States and the eastern United States. And you can see here when the PNA goes positive, that means that we have warmer than normal temperatures out over the western United States. And typically when that happens, we see the temperature get colder in the east, which would include the Ohio Valley. Well, for the last several days now, the PNA has been positive, which has been keeping us colder here. But you can see here again that the PNA is trending negative, and around that same time, around March 3rd or 4th, the PNA is expected to go negative. And so when that happens, that means that things are going to cool down out in the western United States, which means we should see things warm up here in the east, including the Ohio Valley. And in fact, if we go forward a few days, this is now for Sunday, the 6th, and this is a temperature anomaly map. And so these temperatures are showing how much above normal we could be. And notice that by Sunday, we could be looking at temperatures anywhere from 25 to 30 degrees above normal. So this is going to be a big temperature swing, say from Thursday and Friday, when we're going to be cooler, up to Sunday, where we're going to be much warmer. So on March 6th in Columbus, Ohio, the average high temperature on March 6th would be around 45 degrees. So if we can see the temperature go 25 degrees above normal, that would mean by this Sunday, we could see a temperature of 70 degrees here around the Ohio Valley. But I want to caution us a little bit because of this, the ENSO, or the El Nino Southern Oscillation. This measures the temperature of the waters in the Pacific Ocean, which have a huge effect on our climate and weather, and really for the entire planet. And as you know, if you've been watching my videos for any time now, you know that we've been in a La Nina this whole winter. And back towards the end of January and beginning of February, the La Nina was weakening as the ocean waters were warming, and it looked like we may go towards a neutral ENSO. But then in the first week of February, we started to see the temperatures of the waters drop, and now for the last few weeks, they've significantly dropped even more. And here we are, March 1st, we're looking at 0.858 degrees below normal. If we can get that down to 1 degree below normal, that would mean that we would be in a moderate rather than a weak La Nina. But so why am I showing you this? Well, as long as La Nina is going strong like this, this means that there is going to be a tendency toward cooler temperatures in the eastern United States. And basically, it's a sign that winter may not be over yet. But when we look at the AO and the PNA, again, it looks like we are going to be seeing spring-like conditions here soon for the next week or two, I would say, probably through at least the first half of March. But beyond that, it's hard to say. La Nina is still in place, and so winter weather may still be possible. Well, I hope you liked the video. Again, if you haven't joined my pro site yet, I'd love for you to do that. You can join there at www.patreon.com/Ohio Valley Weather. You can join there for just $2 a month, and you'll get lots of extra details regarding the weather of the Ohio Valley. Thanks for watching.